to the Home Buyer and Credit Education Show. We first like to thank our staff at 1680, Keisha Rivers for the vision of Flavor Entertainment. We want to let you know about the events that are coming up nationally. One of the events is the Make Up Your Mind tour that will be going on in several states. In Florida, the workshop will be in West Palm Beach, Florida on June 9th. Orlando is scheduled for September 8th. In Tallahassee, I would like for you to go to go to the website on Facebook and get all the details and dates for all the events. Today we have a very special show. This topic is going to be about foreclosures and what you want to do in the event that you are facing foreclosures. Now, I get a lot of calls, I get a lot of emails about what do I do? The lender wants to, do a modification. Is modification good? All that stuff. One of the things that you want to do in the event you are facing an eviction of your property is answer your summons. Oh my God. A lot of people are not responding to the lawsuit of your foreclosure. I want you to know that in that lawsuit, you do have 20 days to respond. Now, how you respond to that foreclosure is very, very, very important. And I want you to get educated, prepare yourself to understand the steps that you need to take to protect your home, which is an asset. A lot of people have decided, I'm going to stay in my home. I'm not going to pay the mortgage anything. They're not working with me. They don't want to refi you, put you in a situation where you can get back on track. So if you take the option to stay in your house, don't wait till the last minute where the court process has happened without you. There is steps. There are court procedures that the lender must do before you get out of your house. But if you don't get involved, if you don't get yourself educated to know all the steps prior to the sale of your house, you're going to end up losing the battle. I want you to get prepared. And 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God gave us a spirit not of fear, but the power and love and self-control. So don't get this fear or this anxiety that you're going to lose your house. Now, Pat Golden is not here yet, and I'm hoping that she shows up. But she was going to be discussing all the stuff that NACA, N-A-C-A, is doing to help people stay in their house. There are going to be several workshops set up across the country that NACA is doing to negotiate with your lender to help you stay in your house. But back to the 20-day response. You want to learn how to respond to the allegations that are in that lawsuit. It's very, very, very important. Again, I will be discussing that nationally on the tour. If you cannot make the tour, email me. My email address is ONENation, NATION, 4 change, CHANGE, at reginalittles.com. Or you could call me. My number is 321-287-0986. But let's get educated. Let's get prepared for battle. When you're in the battlefield, when you're panicking, what are your rights? What do you do? These are some of the things that we have got to get educated on. I want to mention that Bank of America, Chase, and all this these, lenders out there, a lot of fraud in your mortgage or in your contract has already been documented. So these companies have created fraud, and if you don't fight for your house and use fraud that they've already created, that's already been documented to help you save your house, you just handed it right over to them. Seriously. If you've invested 10 years or, $50,000 or more in a house, fight for your house. Now, you may be thinking that you're upside down in your house, your home is, you've got an equity loan, you've got all this stuff, it's not worth it. But let me just remind you, your current situation right now is just a temporary situation. Negotiate with the lender, go to court, who knows? I'm seeing cases where they're knocking $60,000 and $70,000 off of the balance. They want to negotiate. But if you don't get in the ring, if you don't go to court, you wait till the last minute and you ignore everything, it may be too late. Now, if they take $50,000 off your, the balance of a house that's $150,000, you're left with $100,000, left on your mortgage. But think about this. Even if your house is appraised at $70,000 right now, and you're still upside down, negative $30,000, that is just right now. The market is going back up, and who knows, 5 years from now, your house may be of value. So don't get to thinking that it's over. Look at this thing as a long-term investment, the way your home should be, an asset. Negotiate, get in the ring, and see what your options are. Don't just, let the lender take your house. We're going to go ahead and play Sylvia Howard and sing your praise and take a short break. And then we will come back and we will talk about home ownership. For the people out there that actually want to buy a house, we want to make sure that you prevent all of those pitfalls that, that this generation fell into, the traps and the crisis. We want to make sure that you get the right information so you don't become victimized. So in the second half of this show, we're going to be talking about first-time homebuyers, what you should do, what you should be looking out for, all the pitfalls in your house, because we don't want you to be discouraged about not buying a house. We want you to be prepared and get ready. Sylvia Howard, it's in your praise.
Due to job loss or reduced hours resulting in a reduction of your income, the federal government has allocated funding to the state of Florida to help you with your situation. It's free to apply, and those of you that qualify may be eligible for up to 6 months worth of mortgage payments. Up to 6 months worth of mortgage payments. You can give me a call at 407-285-4395. The state of Florida has money to give you up to 6 months of mortgage payments. Isn't that good news? And we also want to let you know, if your primary residence was involved in a foreclosure procedure between January 1st, 2009 and December 31st, 2010, you may qualify for a free independent foreclosure review. Again, those dates, January 1st, 2009 and December 31st, 2010. If you received involved in any kind of a foreclosure procedure, if you lost your home, if you got served a notice, you may qualify for a free independent foreclosure review. There's over 30 banks and services involved. HSBC, MetLife Bank, Sovereign Bank, SunTrust Mortgage, Wachovia Mortgage, Washington Mutual, Beneficial. But I'm not going to go over all of them. It's over 30 banks. You have an opportunity to get a free foreclosure review. And what's important about a foreclosure review, I know a lady that had a foreclosure review. She pays $700 to have this review done. And when they got a hold of her promissory note had another signature on it that wasn't hers. Guess what? Her mortgage is being eliminated right now. Totally eliminated. Because the promissory note is the promise to pay. And when she sat down and signed that promissory note, there was no one else sitting there with her. So there's, as we find out and see on TV, that there's a lot of things, illegal things that's going on with the banks. So you really want to get this free independent foreclosure review. And this review is being done by the independent federal bank regulators, the Office of Comptroller of the Currency, and the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, to ensure a fair and impartial process. So you want to give me a call, 407-285-4395. Again, January 1st, 2009 and December 31st, 2010, you can get a free independent foreclosure review.
I have a question about that, because it's very, very, I mean, bringing back flashbacks from when I was fighting mortgage and looking over the papers and looking at all the signatures and stuff. A lot of people don't understand that the fraud and all of this falsification of signatures, how that can really help them get their mortgage eliminated. Get it eliminated, that means get it wiped out.
And if they've already lost their home, there's some monetary compensations that they would be eligible for.
Wow.
Because most likely that house probably is already sold. Even if it's already sold, you still can get a free independent foreclosure review of your records. That's good news.
Good news.
Good
for
news.
homeowners.
So our President Obama is doing some things, and we have to get the word out. Only thing on TV they talk about is the negative things that's going on. They're not talking about the positive things that's going on. And NACA is one of them, Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. NACA has been around since 1988. Mr. Bruce Marks is the CEO, and he's been advocating on our behalf for years. He saw the high interest rate loans, and he was able to get Fleet Finance to give his nonprofit organization $8 billion to fund it. And with that funding, he began to refinance people out of high interest rate loans. And when the market changed, what he did, he entered into some agreements with the banks, the major banks, to travel around and do what you call Save the Dream tour. So they've been going from city to city with the banks, meeting people, giving them same-day solutions. And they were here at last March, and we did not have the turnout that we wanted, but there was a lot of people that got assistance. And also, they've changed it from Save the Dream Tour to the American Dream Tour. Our Congresswoman, Corrine Brown, has partnered with them to get the information out about what they're doing. And also, if you want to be a homeowner, you can get a same-day answer from the underwriter from March the 24th through the 28th. If you go down there and your paperwork is in order and everything is okay, you will walk away with a letter, or you will walk away with what they call a task list. For those that want to be homeowners, all you need to have is income coming in. You will get 100% financing, and that 100% financing, if you qualify for a $100,000 loan, most lenders say, okay, I bring $90,000 to the table, you bring 10. Well, that $10,000 is your down payment. But with this program, you will not have any down payment. So if you qualify for 100, they're going to bring 100 to the table. The lender will pay your closing costs, which is anywhere from 3 to 5%, and there is no closing costs for you to pay. There is no credit score. You do not need to have a credit score in this program. 800 score, 400 score. You don't need that. Any bad debt over 2 years old, you do not have to pay off. And isn't that great news? So you have an opportunity to go down there March 24th through March 28th. We're having a series of workshops this week going on. If you give me a call at 407-285-4395, I will surely answer my phone, or you can text me and I'll give you further information. I thank you, and I'll see you at the end of the month.
You heard Pat Golden. She says, don't miss out on this free event, March 24th through the 28th. The Urban League is having some money that's going to be available that you can go through and contact someone over the Urban League. You've been having trouble with your mortgage. We've got 6 months of payments that are going to be able to assist you with your mortgage and get you caught up. The workshops are scheduled. The Make Your Mind tour is scheduled. And let's not forget what we talked about at the beginning of the show. Being prepared in the battle before you get in the battlefield. Remember Peter. Peter in Luke 22:31. Jesus prayed, but it was still up to Peter to have that faith in God, that trust in God, so that he would not get sifted up, so Satan could not win. So let's get armored up, which is going to take me to Ephesians 6, where it says, finally, be strengthened by the Lord in his vast strength. Put on the full armor of God so you can stand against the tactics of the devil. For our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the world powers of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavens. This is why we must take up the full armor of God, so we may be able to resist evil days and be prepared in everything, so that we may be able to stand. We thank you for listening out there on the World Wide Web and on this radio show. And we want to remind everyone that we will be having the Make Up Your Mind tour nationally. The 3 locations in Florida is Orlando, Tallahassee, and West Palm Beach. Please email me or call me. Make Up Your Mind Tour is on Facebook. My email address is onenationforchange@reginalittles.com. My phone number is 321-287-0986. Thank you so much, and we look forward to you listening to us on the 4th Sunday with the State of Black Credit in America.